Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday to you. Dear believer in Jesus, hope you went to church today. I went. I just got back some time ago, and it was a wonderful time in God's presence. So it always is. I want to talk to us about something that has been on my mind for quite some time. There's something that you may have said to God in worship today, either when you were singing to Him or when you were talking to Him, and it's that there is none like Him. It's true. God's word tells us that there is nobody, nothing, no one like Him. And you may have had certain experiences in your life that have proved to you that truly there is none like this God you are dealing with. But from time to time, I wonder if that truth has really sunk into us. I don't know if this thing has entered us very well, because many times we relate to God, or we talk about God as if God is like us. We project who we are, our weaknesses, our frailties onto God, and by so doing we misrepresent Him. It's sad, but in a way it's understandable, because we are finite creatures and we are most likely going to deal with God based on our limited understanding, very limited understanding. I mean, it's natural that our understanding of issues, our interaction with the world is based on our own perception, our own experiences. But we need to retrace our steps. You see, this God you are dealing with, it's true that we may be made in His image. We are small, tiny replicas or representatives of this God, but there's a world of difference between us. You have a date of birth, for instance. I have a date of birth. God no gets. There has never been a time when He has not been. I know that's hard to understand for finite creatures like us. We understand beginnings. We don't understand something or a phenomenon that doesn't have a point of reference, that people cannot say, okay, there was a time when this one just, when it was not existing and now it started to exist. I remember when I was thinking about God when I was in primary school, just thinking about when was God born, and I would get headaches from doing that. I mean, God is beyond our understanding. We are like buckets and gallons. Some of us are 5 kg, some of us are 20 liter, some of us are 50. But God is not a gallon, it's not a bucket, it's like the ocean. The ocean they have been drawing water from that ocean and it has not run dry. No wonder God's word says the visible things of Him are being displayed in His creation. We want to understand God, look at His creation. So if you want to think of how boundless God is, just think of the ocean. At least we can see the ocean. So when God says He is rich in mercy, we don't understand it well, even if we sing about it, even if we say it, because we believers, even those of us who are believers, our mercy is limited. Our righteousness, our own righteousness is filled with comma. For instance, we deal with people based on the way they treat us. If people are good to us, we are good to them. If they are not good to us, we are not good to them. We think people are useful to us when they give us. When they don't give us what we want, we withdraw from them, or we don't see them, we don't rate them. And so we think God is like us, petty, unforgiving, imperfect love, imperfect, unstable love that fluctuates based on what we do and what we don't do for Him. And that shows in the kind of messages that we preach. So sometimes when we want to talk about how God deals with His children in relation to their service of Him, we give this kind of example. Sometimes we talk about how in a house, for instance, maybe there are two siblings. One is doing well financially, he's married, he has all those things that his family, his parents are proud of, and he gives lavishly to his parents. Meanwhile, the other sibling is struggling financially, he's not married, he doesn't have anything that his parents can be proud of. In fact, his parents are still feeding him. We talk about how there's a strong likelihood that the parents are going to treat both of them differently. In meetings, in family meetings, the one who has more will most likely be listened to than the one who doesn't, who doesn't have to give. The one who doesn't have much may be snubbed because he doesn't have. So we say that, so we stop there and say that is the way God is. Even God will relate more to the one that gives, who comes to church regularly, who is stronger, blah blah blah, than the one who is struggling in this area of faith. Or if we don't say it like that, we give the impression indirectly, we let people think that God is like that. Dear believer, I want to tell you today to stop misrepresenting God. God is not petty like you. God's love is constant. It's not as untrustworthy as your love that changes like the weather. While you and I relate to people based on the things they do for us and with us, or how they treat us, you are dealing with a God who gave his all for us, for a people who had nothing to give him, who were wretched, who were filthy, who were in sins, who did not even want him. That's the God you are dealing with. So stop clothing God with your pettiness. Stop clothing God with your unstable love. Christian, know this today. There is none like him. Know this as you go about your activities this week. There is none like him. God is not like you. When you know this well enough, you will represent him better. Have a lovely week.